Imagine getting 1 to 4 new inquiries per day of people who are interested in learning more about your dance studio. That could be 30 or more new inquiries per month of people interested in joining your studio. And that is exactly what your website for your dance studio can help you do if you set it up correctly. Now, how do you set up a website correctly? That is what this video is about. And I am going to share with you 10 tips to help you fix your website, your dance studio's website, so that you can start generating more new inquiries right away. By the way, my name is Hervin Alvarez. We own a company called Get More Students where we help dance studio owners with increasing enrollment, saving time, reducing workload. If you're a dance studio owner interested in growing your dance studio, subscribe to this channel. That's the type of content that we talk about over here in this channel, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my screen, and I have here a lot to cover, so stick with me here until the very end of this video. One of the easiest way for dance studio owners to generate more students is to have a website that is set up correctly, a great website that helps you generate new inquiries. And so if you stick with me until the very end of this video, I'm going to give all of the secrets away that we use in our company to help dance studio owners build websites that help them generate 1 to 4 new inquiries per day. So let's dive right in. Let me make sure that I'm recording. Yes. Okay. So, all right. So starting out with the tips. So I've written here a list of tips. You can see them right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read you from the list of tips, and then I'm also going to share with you here these website templates that I built prior to jumping on this video so that I can illustrate the points that I am talking about. All right, so with that said, let's dive into the very first tip. So the very first thing that you want to do is you want to have a clear call to action at the top of your website on the homepage. What does that even mean? What is a call to action? At the top of the homepage. So let's see right here. So this is a website template that I've created. So you have your logo, you have your menu, and then right here at the top, what you want to do is as soon as people land on your website, you want to give them a chance to do whatever it is that you want them to do. So you want to get people to take action on your website. What does that mean? So if you see this button right here that says new students start here, that's the very first thing we want people to do when they land on this website. Or right here, the button that says get started. What happens when people click this? If people click this, they'll go to a page right here called new students, right? And it'll say new student, fill out the form below to get started. And now they're going to give us their name, phone number, and email. Why do we want to do that, right? So why do we want to have a call to action? A call to action is this button right here and this button right here. It's simply you're telling people, you're driving people to take an action on your website that you want them to do. So why do we want to do that, right? So let's imagine somebody on Google typed in dance classes for kids near me or dance classes near me. And then they landed, they saw these dance studios. They went on their website, right? And yours is one of these, right? So let's say they went to this website, and this website didn't have a way to capture people's information. And they go on your website and they see that button right there. Before they even get a chance to scroll down and read anywhere, they see here, new students start here. They click on that, and now they give us their name, phone number, and email. What do you think happens, right? So the difference is that if they go to this studio right here, and this studio owner doesn't capture their information, and they go to your studio's website, and you capture their information, who do you think has the advantage? It's pretty obvious, right? You have the advantage because you're able to follow up with all of these new inquiries that you're getting, while this studio owner is not getting anything. So we don't want to just leave it up to people to read and find the information and register on their own and make them go fill out this huge long registration page. Why? Because a lot of people They might not have the patience to sit there and try and figure out, how your website works, how to fill out this form, this registration form. They might not have enough time. They might just see your website, go fill it out, and move on. And so we want a fast way. People in today's world, they're busy. They have a lot going on. So if they land on your website, we want to have a place where we tell them what we want them to do. New students start here. We collect their information, and that's it. And so now your studio is able to follow up with all of the new inquiries that you're getting while your competitors cannot. You win. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you want to add a form on your website to help you capture name, phone number, and email. So that's exactly what I was talking about right here, where on your website, you want to have a place where you're capturing people's information, right? So we have a page here that says new student, fill out the form below to get started. Now, another one that we have is this one, the pricing information. So the pricing information, this is another sneaky one that we use for the dance studio owners that we help. We add at the top on the menu something that says here pricing. You can see it here on the homepage. It says pricing. When people click on this, they'll go to this page right here, pricing, and it says pricing info. Please fill out the form below so that we can send you our most updated pricing information. And they fill out their name, phone number, and email. Why do we do this? Why don't we just put the pricing right on the website? And by the way, just a heads up, for some studio owners that we're working with, they totally have their pricing listed out on their website. And yet we still add this form, we still add the pricing form to their website, and we don't even remove their pricing information. We just simply add this. Why? Because we know that people, they don't like to read. So some people, they just rather go over here, fill out this form, and you send them the information, as opposed to them like having to go on the website, trying to search around and see where your prices are at. Again, people are sometimes lazy, and so you want to make sure that you they want to be spoon-fed the information. They don't want to go search for it. And so that's where having this helps a lot. And for a lot of the studio owners that we're helping, this pricing form generates as many, if not more, inquiries than the new student gets started here. So it really, really helps. All right, so the next thing, have a clear call to action everywhere else on your website, including other pages. So what does that mean? So if you notice here, as soon as somebody lands on this form, on this page, the home page of the website, we have this call to action that says get started. This one, new students start here. Then we scroll down and it says new get started right there. So we have that here, here, here. And if your page was longer, if your website was longer, we would have more of those call to action buttons everywhere on the site. Then if they click, let's say they go click on here, this page is called programs. They will land on this page right here. That was called programs. But right below it, we're again, new students start here, get started. Then they would list out all of their classes, and we would see right there where it says get started, get started. Whoops. Right there, get started. Everywhere on the site. Now, even below right there, new to our studio, get started. Again, we want to drive people to that page to collect their information, because the main role of your website is to help you capture your information, capture leads. All right, so the next tip, keep your website simple. Don't have millions of buttons. So I've seen other websites where you click and it's like, register here, click here for your schedule, click here and they have like a million buttons. You want to have just one call to action button ideally, and that's the one that helps you get their information. Okay, and the goal of your website is to generate leads, and it's just to get people interested. Now, you might be thinking, okay, what about the people who just want to register? That's why we have this page right here at the top of the menu that says register, just for those people who just want to register right away. And that'll go to your studio software, whether you're using Jackrabbit, Dance Studio Pro, MindBody, Studio Director, Vagara, whatever you're using, that, you click register and it'll go to that page. That's for those people who want to register without having to, do anything. Now, for everybody, for most people, they're going to click their new student start here or the get started button. Now, you want to think your website as a dating profile for your studio. What does that even mean? Right? So, I used to work with this studio owner. I'm still working with this studio owner who shared with me this analogy that when I told her how we build websites for dance studios, she's like, I never thought of my website as a dating profile for my dance studio. She's like, she was telling me about how she before on her dating profile, she used to put essentially a live bio about herself so that people can learn everything that she has going on. But she wasn't getting very great results with that. And so then she simply added a couple of things and just got people curious enough to then inquire about it, ask for more information or message her. She did the same thing for her. We did the same thing for her studio website. So we just added enough information in there so that the new students, people who were interested, they had enough information that they just were curious enough to inquire about it. So we want your website, that doesn't mean you shouldn't have information on your website that's relevant, or that you shouldn't try to add information there for your website for your current students. But your website, probably 90% of the people who visit your website are brand new people that just want to know how to get started with your studio. So you want to make sure that you build your website in a way that helps you capture those people. And so your website, just keep it simple. Just all you need, if you're starting a website from scratch, all I would tell you to build are these 4 pages right here. In fact, you might even not need this one that says programs and just keep this 3 pages. But okay, just to add the programs page as well. So you need a home page, you need a programs page, you need a new student start here, and then the pricing information one. Those are all the 4 pages that you need. That's it. Just very simple, and you don't need a ton of information in there. That's all you need. Okay, so keep it simple. The other tip, use keywords on your website. And what are keywords? So keywords, when people go on Google and they type in, dance classes for kids near me, this is a keyword. This entire thing is a keyword. Dance classes for kids near me. Now, if they type in dance studios near me, that would be the keyword. Or if keyword is another name, it's it could be just one word or a collection of words that people type in on Google to find to look for answers. So another keyword might be salsa dance classes near me, and so on. And so you have that there. So you want to use keywords on your website. So what do I mean by that? Let's see here on the homepage of this website template so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see right away, best dance school is a keyword. So that's because people type in best dance school near me. You see that? So that's a keyword that people often type in. So you want to have that there, best dance school. An area name. Notice how it says here in Miami, right? So you want to have the name of your city in your website. The way Google knows what your website is about is by reading your website. So if you don't tell Google that your website is about a dance studio in a specific city, it's not going to know. So if your website says join the fun, or this is where great artists are made, that doesn't let Google know anything about your website, and it doesn't know who to show your website to. Instead, you want to have their best dance school in the area name and surrounding areas. You definitely want to put areas that are not just the immediate area where you're in, so not just your town, but towns around where you are, where your studio is. Then it says we offer dance classes for kids, so that's a keyword. Hip hop is a keyword. Ballet, those are all keywords. Adult fitness classes is a keyword. And so now you want to be careful not to do what's called keyword stuffing, in which you're adding a ton of keywords back to back. So like dance classes for kids dance classes, dance classes for babies, toddlers dance classes. So you want to make sure that you're making it sound as if a human wrote it. So like, notice how it says here, we offer, that's not a keyword. Dance classes for kids and adults, from hip hop, ballet, jazz, tap, and acro to adult fitness. Here, I'm sure you'll find something that you love. That's not a keyword, but why am I adding that in there? Because you want Google to think that a person wrote it. It's not just somebody who was trying to hack Google by adding and stuffing this website with a bunch of keywords. So, dance studio is a keyword. Dance classes for kids, dance classes for adults. Those are all keywords, right? Dance classes for toddlers, dance classes for teens. Those are all keywords so when Google reads your website, it's able to determine, oh, this is a website for a dance studio in Miami. And then it knows to show your website for anybody who's looking for salsa dance classes who are in Miami, right? So you definitely want to use keywords. I've seen this with so many studio owners where I visit their website and it says something vague of like, this is where dreams come true, or, join our family. That doesn't say to Google anything about what your website is about. Okay, so some tips here that you want to implement are using images over videos. So Google likes faster loading websites. So over here, I've seen studio owners where when you go to their website, there's like a massive video right here that takes like 10 seconds to load. That's not what Google loves. So Google doesn't love when you have, like, when people click, when they're going over here on Google and they click one of these websites and it takes 10 seconds to load. That's what Google calls a bad user experience. Google much rather when somebody clicks on the website, boom, it immediately loads. So you want to have your website be as simple as possible. You don't want to add a ton of videos so that your website loads pretty quick, right? As far as your images go, so the images that you use for your website, you want to compress them down. Now, what does that mean? This is getting a little technical, so bear with me here. I'll take 2 seconds to explain. So let me find here a new image. So dance classes for kids or something, images. So if I take this image right there, so I'm taking that image, then I go to this website right here and compress image compressor. So it goes to this website right there. I take that image and I add it over here. What it's going to do is it's going to compress it, which means it's going to take it, shrink it. It's still going to look exactly the same, except it's going to be much easier for it to load on your website so that it doesn't take so much time. So you want to do this for every single image that you have on your website because it helps your website load faster. Okay, you don't want to have like this very heavy image that takes 10 seconds to load because Google doesn't like that. All right. The next tip I have for you is have a Google map on your website for where your studio is located. So you want to do that. Google likes to, especially when you embed their map on your website, and you can Google this, you can YouTube this, just type in how to embed a Google map in fact, I'll write it here for you. How to embed a Google map on my website. That's what you need to type in. Okay. The next step is to make your website mobile friendly. So mobile friendly means that your website loads properly when people are looking at it on their phones. And that is something super important because websites right now, like most people are visiting the internet on their phones, not on a computer. So you definitely want to have a website that loads properly on the phone, shows up properly. That's what Google right now is preferring, and it'll help you rank to the top if your website is mobile friendly. If it's not, and then it's going to rank your website down. All right. So another step is to add a chat widget. And a chat widget is something that looks like this. And you want to add this to the website so that when people load on the website, it'll load kind of like that on the side. And the reason why you want to have this chat widget is because there's a lot of people who visit your website who might be interested in signing up, but they just have one question that it might be puzzling them. Like, hey, my kid is 3 years old. Can they still attend this next level class or something like that? And they could type it in. They would register right away. Would it not be for this like one question? So you definitely want to have a chat widget there that can help you get in contact with the people there. And so that's something that Studio Hub does. This is our program that we use for the studio owners that we help. And Studio Hub allows you to put a chat widget on the website. I'll show you what it looks like here in a bit. And it allows you to start a conversation really easily with the parents who might be interested or with the students who might be potentially interested in coming into your studio. Okay, so, and then the last one is don't use the slider. I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't have an example for this right now, but it's like one of those things at the top of the page that just like consistently switches like pictures. And you cannot have like a solid call to action button in there because it just switches it. So you definitely want to get rid of that and don't add that to your website. Just have a solid picture, kind of like what I'm showing over here on the website. Okay. So that is it. Now let me show you a couple of examples of different websites so that you can see real life examples of what I'm talking about here. And so let's dive right into that. So here's a website for one of the studio owners that we're working with. And so you can see immediately right away, we have a new student start here call to action button. And we have that everywhere on the site. New start here, new student start here, new student start here. So we have that everywhere on the site. And we have the pricing form at the top. When people click on that, they go to this pricing page where we're collecting their information. We have if they click on dance programs, we have the new students start here. Like I was showing you, programs, new students start here. We have that right there. We have at the bottom, new to our studio, click here to get started. Right here, new to our studio, get started. I'll show you a different one. Okay, let's see this one right here. This one says get a free trial. So if you offer free trials, you might want to put this, although I have seen the get started button, the new student get started equally performs as well as the free trial. So you might not need to add the free trial. You can see here the chat widget that I was telling you about. So that's this right there. That helps you get in touch with the parents really quickly. That's from Studio Hub. We have the form right there that we're collecting their information. So we have those. And then I'll show you one for adults. This used to be for our dance studio right there. New students start here. When people click on that, we're getting their information. And this website is actually super simple. There's no other pages on this site. And this website generates 4 new inquiries per day. Every day we have the map right there. And the reason for that is because every button says new student fill out the form. When they see here, learn more, any button they click goes to that form. This website generates a ton of new inquiries. And so that really helps out a lot. So it's a super, super simple website. And so that's it. Now, for as a bonus for you watching, I want to share with you, I talked to you about keywords um, that you can add to your website. I have here a list of keywords like dancing classes for kids near me, dance classes for kids, ballet classes for kids, ballet for toddlers, dance classes for adults, adults dance classes, adult beginners classes if you do adults, if you do salsa classes or bachata, if you have adult fitness classes there, ballroom classes. So you could do all of these. You could use these keywords in your website to help you rank higher up in the search results, and you can have that on the link. On the description of this video, I've included I'm including that Miro board that you were just looking at. I'm giving you access to it so you can check out the template for the website. You can play around with it. You can see the list of keywords there so you can copy them. And so I'm going to give you access to the Miro board that I've been reading from so you can look at it yourself. All right. I hope this has been helpful. That is how you fix your website for your dance studio. And that is what you need to do if you want to start attracting more new inquiries. I promise you it'll be worth your time. Once you do it once, you don't need to ever update your website again. We've had studio owners where we haven't updated their website in 2 years, and it helps them generate new inquiries every single day. And so, yeah, if you are curious to learn more about what we do and working with us, go to getmorestudents.com. And if you are interested in growing your studio, go to our channel, check it out. There's more videos there that talk about, how to set up Facebook ads for your dance studio. There's how to write copy for your Facebook ads, like tips that we've used for dance studio owners to help them grow their studio. So I'm sharing everything on this YouTube channel. So definitely subscribe, go check out the other videos, and I will see you guys next time.